Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this week's episode, we continue our trip down memory lane visiting the Minato ward after starting off in part 1 at the Tsukiji Outer Market. In part 2, we make our way to the Shiodome area, passing through the Ginza along the way. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, it really helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Let's go. We're right around the corner of our old stomping ground in the Ginza, and we've come across this theater in the past. This is the Kabuki theater to come and visit. It's beautiful.
Especially at this time of the night.
Yeah, we've seen it several times in the past, but never lit up like this, and with just sort of, it's just getting dark out, so it's still a bit of natural light.
It's
amazing.
Hour, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We love walking past it, but if you want to go inside and you don't have tickets to see a show, and I believe tickets are pretty expensive, just go downstairs to the souvenir shop. They welcome visitors and you can have a glimpse of the inside. This is where it all happened at the very beginning.
Yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. Back in 27, on our very first trip here, we came to the Ginza on our very first night, super jet lagged, just like mind blown at everything around us. And I remember taking my very first picture in Japan of you on this street. So this is the Ginza. This is a shopping district of Japan, the high-end shopping district of Japan.
I don't know why we were here.
Yeah, we were window shopping. There's a lot of high-end brands, a lot of really big department stores. There's a new mall here now. The flagship UNIQLO store is here. There's so much shopping to do here, so many people, and it's really an exciting place to come and walk around and explore. One of the things we became enamored with on our first or second trip to Japan was the UNIQLO location here in the Ginza. This is their flagship location, as I mentioned earlier. It's 12 floors of UNIQLO goodness, but there's a very special floor in here that I want to show you. Let's go check it out. So one of the reasons to brave the crowds at this UNIQLO location on the Ginza is because they have an entire floor dedicated to their t-shirt collection. You can get lots of really cool designs here if you hunt around. It's almost like an art gallery. They've exhibited them here just like an art gallery would, and it's a lot of fun to go around and look at them all. So today they have a lot of like Marvel, they have some Pokemon, they have some interesting Japanese designs, a lot of Mickey Mouse. So if you're into that kind of stuff, this is a really great location to get some unique t-shirts to bring back home with you. Also at this Ginza on the t-shirt floor, you can meet Mickey Mouse, and they have a special edition Mickey Mouse statue that is only at this location and at their location in Osaka. So it's good to see that that floor is still there, but things have changed a lot, we've noticed over the last few years. There are now tour buses that come filled with people who just want to go shopping here in the Ginza, and a big destination for them is the UNIQLO. So it's no longer a very stress-free shopping experience for us. On our last trip we went in and we got out very quickly. On this one we just went up to show you that floor and then we came straight back down. So we braved the crowds just for you guys. There are things that are only found at this Ginza location, probably some of the t-shirts, but there's other items that they offer only here for some reason. So if you want some of that, you're gonna have to brave these crowds. But for us, there's no reason why we can't just go to a quieter UNIQLO shop somewhere else in Japan. So there it is, the massive one, 12 floors of UNIQLO goods. You love department stores.
I do, I really do. They're very nostalgic for me. I remember when I was a kid, whenever I had a PA day, my grandmother would take me to department stores, and that's what I would do on my day off from school.
So you were very sad when in 2012 we came here and found one of the flagship department stores in the Ginza shut down, bankrupt, closed. And it took them a long time to do something with this massive space here on this main road in the Ginza. It is now a shopping mall. It's called Ginza 6, and it opened up I believe last year. It was actually newly open when we came to visit in 2018.
Yeah, it was a big hoopla when it opened. It was like actually news around the world actually covered this opening, and it is very beautiful inside. The stores are very high end. I did enjoy myself not shoplifting, window shopping, that's the word.
Yeah, don't shoplift, that would be bad.
Window shopping, but I do miss the old nostalgic department stores, and everything had their own department, and you had like kind of seniors people help you. I'm not cool.
But what's amazing to think about if you come here and walk around this mall, just think this mall, all this space used to actually be just one department store. It's now multiple stores. It's now like what you would expect in North America going to a shopping mall. It's crazy to think how massive the department stores still are, but were in the day.
Yeah, and I could just imagine what the real estate market value would be, because even the really fancy high-end stores in there don't have a massive space. They have like a
presence.
Yeah, that's a very good word. It's more of a presence. So hello new stuff, goodbye old stuff.
Yeah. So there's still a few old department stores that are hanging on that you can check out here. So don't fret if you love them, just like Nicole. So we're done with our little tour and
down memory lane.
Yeah, memory lane on the Ginza here. We are going to head over to the area where our hotel used to be. The hotels that we've stayed out on all the trips that we've come over the years in the Shiodome area.
Now this is a definite memory trip for us. Our very first meal in Japan.
Yeah, I forgot that we were gonna hit this restaurant on our way over to Shiodome, but this was the place we ate after we wandered the Ginza that first night. It was like one of the only things still open at the time, and it was a crazy experience because this was our first vending machine experience, where you have to go and buy your tickets for your food at a vending machine, and then you pass it to the chef and they make your meal. We knew nothing. We didn't know what we were doing. It was a complete cluster F.
And I think we were also one of their first foreign visitors too, because they were super accommodating, and they, you know, I just remember that for them it was a novelty to have us as much of it as a novelty for us to be with them.
Yeah, and then Nicole's reminding me that this Family Mart behind us directly across the street was the place where we bought nail clippers on that very first trip, because we had forgotten them and our nails were starting to get a little bit unwieldy, so we had to go in there and get some nail clippers. And this road that we're on with this restaurant and this Family Mart is like literally just off the drag that we were on in the Ginza, just like 2 seconds around the corner.
This place is between our hotel, our old beloved hotel, and our Ginza.
So let's continue on towards the hotel. There's one more stop that we've remembered we were gonna have to make. One of the places we really became enamored with in Japan is this Don Kyoto shop that's behind me. It's sort of like the Japanese Walmart. They have all kinds of goods in there, from food to good souvenirs for home to clothes to everything, kitchen stuff. You can pretty much find it all here. And the prices are usually pretty reasonable. If you shop around, you might be able to find things cheaper, but generally it's not bad. And it's like the go-to store to get all the things you need. This one here was the very first one we came across. It's just on the other side of all these crazy highways we're going to show you in a second. And we were really blown away by this shop. And ever since, we'd come here and stock up on all the things we wanted to bring home with us, usually food. So Nicole's in there right now. I'm going to go grab her and we're going to continue on making our way over to the Shiodome area.
For those of you who've watched our previous series, you would know that behind me is a very familiar background. This is where we would stumble home and make our goodnight video before we made it back to the hotel.
Yeah, we loved these pedestrian walkways that were raised above all the streets. And there's one crazy one here that kind of goes down and under and back up a major expressway that runs through Tokyo here. They were very convenient. They got us around really easily, and they became second nature to us. At first, we were like, "What the heck is going on?" Remember?
Very confusing.
Yeah, but then we just kind of navigated them like we've been here forever, and they're always kind of nostalgic to come back to. I always look forward to checking into the hotel and then going down and either coming to the Ginza or going to the fish market using the bridges. So these were a fun thing for us to get to know over the years.
we hope you guys are enjoying our walk down memory lane together, because this part for us is like, I don't know, it's so special.
Yeah, maybe it's a weird one for them,
yes.
for you guys, but hopefully you're still getting a glimpse into some interesting things that we get up to here in Japan. Things will start to change in the next few days as we start doing more and more ambitious things. We're at the base of our hotel, the very first hotel we stayed at in Japan in 2007, and for almost every year since we stayed at this hotel, except for the last trip.
And this is the Park Hotel, Tokyo.
Yeah, the Park Hotel, and it's in the Shiodome complex. The Shiodome complex is at the time was relatively new. When we stayed in this hotel in 2007, it was only open for 2 years. So there's a lot of brand new infrastructure in place here. And what we loved about the area was that you could get to a train station, 2 metro stations, all without going outside. Not to mention all the other buildings in the area, like restaurants, some shopping.
A vast network.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. And I remember navigating that vast network when we got off at Shimbashi Station and trying to figure out how we got through this underground maze to our hotel, and how relieved we were when we saw the name of our hotel finally on a sign.
Because we were walking underground for a long time.
Yeah, and now when we come, it was just second nature.
Yeah.
It felt like coming back home. Another thing we first experienced here in this area is a konbini. Our first experience with a Japanese convenience store was down here, because there's a Family Mart right in the basement of the hotel.
That's where the addiction began.
Yeah, that's why Family Mart's my favorite out of all the different convenience stores here. And I can remember going down when you were in the shower on several nights to grab a beer and a snack and go back up to the room and put on some weight.
All I remember is dun 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 dun.
What she's trying to reenact is the chime that goes off when you go into a Family Mart. Every Family Mart has the same chime. So yeah, there was a lot of firsts in this area and a lot of memories over all the years that we've been coming back.
So 12 years later, we can kind of see it's aged a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Things are changing.
Yeah, there's definitely new things that have been built around it, but just like the buildings and the glass and the materials, you can see a bit of an age, because when we first came, everything was sparkling new. I just remember feeling like, wow, everything is all of Japan like this?
Yeah, yeah. I think if we came here now without that experience, it still feels very new.
It does.
A modern area
modern.
in Tokyo, but just comparing it to its early days, obviously it's starting to show a bit of age.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So we are done going down memory lane here. We're gonna head back to our noon favorite neighborhood, Ikebukuro, and find some dinner. We actually have a place planned, so we hope that works out. Let's get back over there and see if we can get in. That place is so good. This is our second visit here. Here's a quick look at what we ate. Round 2 was delicious. Here's a quick recap of what we just had.
Eating establishment number 3!
What a fun day reminiscing about all our trips to Japan and reliving our old neighborhood that we used to stay in every time we came over.
I didn't realize I missed it until I went and visited all the places.
Yeah, and some things came back that I had forgotten about. So it was a really fun day. We hope you enjoyed seeing some of those areas, and maybe it might inspire you to go check some of them out.
But going and visiting our old haunts had made us very hungry. So when we came back to our new neighborhood, we went a bit nuts.
Yeah, so we continued that theme of reliving things that we've already done, and we went to 2 restaurants we've had while working remotely here for the last 3 weeks. These ones really blew us away, and we really enjoyed them, so we wanted to try them again, and they blew us away
a second time.
Yeah, it was really good. And then of course we had to finish off with an apple pie. Tomorrow's a whole new day. We're gonna head home, get some sleep, and then come along with us tomorrow in our next episode and see what we get up to.
Night!
Thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed going down memory lane with us in this 2-part episode. If you did, please don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. We'll see you next week.